Hey everybody, it's Kendra from the Key Resource, and today I'm going to be showing you why Roofstock is the real estate investor's dream come true. So I have been a fan of Roofstock for years, and I'm about to buy my very first Roofstock property. So I want to take you guys behind the scene to show you why I'm a fan of the platform, what it looks like how the process goes, and kind of demystify everything for you guys and take you behind the scenes. So, but first, I want to explain to you what exactly is Roofstock. We're going to look around. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you exactly what you can expect on here and why I love it so much. So, basically, Roofstock is a platform that specializes in selling occupied rental properties. And one of the things that they do so well is give you all the data and all the information that you could possibly want to know before buying a property. And it's very unique because, one, like I said, they specialize in occupied properties, which I had never seen before. It's very rare that you're going to find a site that only specializes in that, right? And they also give you tons and tons of data. I mean, the inspection report, the payment ledger, the different calculations for cash flow and cap rate, and the neighborhood ratings and the yield that you'll make, the cash on cash returns. Like, all of this information is right there, right for you to analyze before you even make an offer. So here I am on the platform. I put the link right in the comment section and in the description of this video. So definitely join me in looking around the site. I'm going to show you my favorite features. Right now, I'm just on the home page, right? And I'm just going to click on a random property. But let me say this too. I hear all the time, like, when it comes to real estate investing, it's like, it's so hard to get started. It's hard to find affordable properties. And I'm like, affordable properties do exist. And this is proof. I mean, if you just scroll down this page, of course, you can see that there are places here for sale in Oklahoma, Indiana, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina. You can filter it to look at specific states, but just scrolling down this page, here's a house for 65,000. 82,000, 77,000, 69,000. And these properties are bringing in 800, 885, high 800s in rental income at pretty affordable prices. So I can't wait to show you guys everything else they have here. So let's just click on a random property. Like I said, I'm just going to click on this one right here in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know anything about this property, so we're going to just go along for the ride, right? It's $80,000. And like I said, they give you all these numbers here, like how much is the cash flow going to be? What's your total return going to be in the first 5 years? When you look right here, you'll see that they have a rent amount. When you see that it's highlighted current, this means that the property is occupied. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, the properties you'll see on Roofstock are going to be occupied with paying tenants already in them. They do occasionally have vacant properties, and then you can find the tenant yourself, or you can work with their property management company to find you a tenant. So if it says current, this is the amount that the tenant is currently paying. If it's highlighted with estimated market rent and you see a number there, that means that it's vacant, and that estimated market rent amount is the market rent for that area. So just to kind of give you an idea of what that means. So if you scroll down, well, of course, you can see some pictures of the property, right? They usually have a lot of outside pictures. They're not going to do too many inside because someone lives there, and I guess it's to respect that person's privacy, but you will see a lot of outside pictures. When you scroll down, you're going to see market stats, neighborhood rating, school rating. You also see if it's occupied or not, and you're going to see when the lease starts and when it ends, which is really important. Scroll down some more and you can click on analysis. When you click on analysis, you'll also be able to see tons of other information. My favorite is the inspection report and the ledger. So actually this one does not have an inspection report, but we're gonna go back to the homepage and get a different, pick a different property. But the ledger here, you guys, this is what's gonna show you how much rental income the current landlord is making, if the person paid late, how often did they pay late, what was their late fee, and this is what I love. it's very rare that you're going to find a property and get all this information up front. Usually you have to ask for this information and it could take a while, or people don't have it all together. But here, Roofstock provides all that up front. So you're going to see the payment history going back several months, if not longer. So I love that. Usually here you see an inspection report, title report, property valuation, and things like that. Let's go back out and look at a different property. Let's look at this one. So once we scroll down and click on analysis, let's look at the inspection report here under analysis. Like I said, very detailed information. They're telling you what needs to be repaired, if it's functional, if it's in bad shape, like literally all of the details. Show me anywhere else that is giving you this information up front. Believe me, it doesn't exist. So I absolutely love Roofstock for this reason, because I think there's a lot of fear going into real estate investing. Like, well, what are the numbers? How do I know the numbers? How do I know if it's a good deal? If it's an occupied property, how do I know if the tenant is paying? Like, all of these things. You know what's really cool too is that Roofstock also has what's called a rent guarantee for some of their properties, where if there's not a tenant in it currently when you buy it, they will guarantee the rent. They'll pay you the market rent for a certain number of months if you use one of their property management companies. And so that's something that you have to work with them on to coordinate if one of the properties that you buy is eligible for that. But I love that too. That gives you like an extra, kind of guarantee that you will be making some rental income, at least for a certain amount of time, if the property is not occupied. But 9 times out of 10, the properties on here are already occupied. So here it is, you guys. You get all of the data right up front. They give you tons of numbers to look at and charts and all the stuff that you'd want to know before you buy, right? But to get all of this before you even make an offer helps you make a more informed decision. So we're going to go back and let's get back to viewing all of the properties. The filters. Love these filters. I love these filters. One of my favorite ways to filter is to look for properties that have a certain amount of rental income. And so let's say you've already determined that, you know what, I want to buy a rental property, but I don't want to make any less than $800 a month in rental income, right? So in that case, you can change this to only show you properties in that range. So if you have decided that, you know what, I only want to make more than $800 a month in rental income, you can change these filters to only show you properties in that rental price range, right? So let's go down, hit apply, and now it's only showing us, look at this, a property in Gary, Indiana for $45,000 that makes $800 a month in rent. Here's a property for $75,000 that makes $975 in Oklahoma, right? Affordable properties do exist. So I love these filters. You can filter by location, neighborhood rating, all of these things. And what I personally do is I save filters, and then once you save it, then I can set it up to where they send me an email either immediately, daily, or weekly whenever properties in that different set of criteria become available. So like right now, I get an email immediately. Every time a property is listed less than $80,000, I get an email. Every time a property is listed in San Antonio, Texas, I get an email. And now, because I set that filter, anytime a property is listed that makes more than $800 a month in rental income, I will get an email. And of course, you can change it to do weekly, daily, or you can turn them on and off. But I love that because, when a good deal hits the market, you don't want to miss it. So um, here is, what we found basically by setting that filter. Now it's showing us the properties that make that amount in rental income or more, that make $800 or more in rental income. So you guys, this is it right here. This is why I love Roofstock, because of the filters, because of the information, the due diligence vault of information they give you access to is like none other. The prices are amazing, great deals on this platform. And so in the next video, I'm going to show you some behind the scenes on the properties that I'm looking at. And I'm going to take you along for the ride as I make offers. Hopefully don't get rejected, but if I do, I'll show you how I pivot and move on to the next one. And ultimately, I'll show you the property I get and what happens next. So if you have any questions or anything you want me to show you or any, things you want me to answer as I go through this process, put your comment in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe as well because you don't want to miss it when I give you guys the next update, right? So thank you guys for joining in and happy investing.